Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about measures of dispersion. Previously we have talked about measures of central tendency, which is to find the mean, mode and median. So now it's a measures of dispersion and it's for ungrouped data. Okay, don't get confused with the group data. So let's start. So what are we going to find here is the range. Okay, one of it is range, is the largest value minus the smallest value. And first quartile means Q1 is equal to 104. This one n is the number of observations. Then plus 1, that's that observation. Okay, let's see here. So Q2 also means median. Okay, last time you have found median, right? The middle value. So it's Q2. Q2 is what? The middle one. Okay, so middle one. If you chop it off, left hand side half, right hand side half, then this value is called the median. Okay, then what is the first quartile? First quartile means the first quarter, something like the first quarter. So 104, 104, 104, 104. So this one will be your first quartile. Okay, all right. Then what's your third quartile? Like third quarter. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Third quarter. So third quartile. Okay. So now remember last time how you find the median. U plus 1 divided by 2, n plus 1 divided by 2. So now n plus 1 divided by 4. And this one, third quartile, 3 over 4 times n plus 1. This is ungrouped without frequency table. Okay, next. Interquartile range. Very simple. As long as you find Q3 and Q1, you take Q3 minus Q1. So you have this one is interquartile range. Okay, no problem. It's very simple for you. Right. Next, let's look at an example without frequency table. I have to keep on mentioning this. Okay. When you refer back, look at what I write here before you dive in and do it. Okay. So consider the sizes of shoes. It's this one. Then what do you need to do most of the time? Sort it in ascending order. So you got this. Right. Then what do? You want to find so the total number of sizes here, there are 11 of them. Okay, so Q1 is equal to 104 n plus 1 observation. So you calculate and you put it in is 12. 12 divided by 4, you get 3. 3, and then, so it's a third observation. So the answer is not 3, right? Okay, it's a 1, 2, 3, third observation. Okay, it's that one. Okay, that's first quartile. And yep, so let's move on to the next one. So this one will be getting 8. Okay, so what's that? What do you think is that? That's a middle value, right? So that's your median, Q2. And you find your Q3, 304, and plus 1 observation. So you get 9. 9, so you calculate from there, you get 9. And it's not 9th observation from here. Okay, just be careful. You have to sort it in ascending order before you do anything. Okay, for ungrouped without frequency table. Okay, next. And it's going to be 11. And what's your IQR? Interquartile range. It's 11 minus 8. So you get Q3 minus Q1, which is 3. Okay, answer will be 3. Very simple, correct? Okay, this is still simple. Okay, these are the kiddie version of the harder stuff. Okay, so ungroup with frequency table. Okay, so we have done ungroup without frequency table. Now we do ungroup with frequency table. Okay, range, largest minus smallest. What's the largest? It's 4. What's the smallest? Is 0. Where do you see? Do you see? Look at this one. No, this is frequency. That's value. Remember, you write x and you write f. Okay, you look at the value. But largest is 4, smallest is 0. Okay, be careful. So answer is 4, of course. Q1, did you mention that? Did you notice that there is no n plus 1 now? It's just 104 n. How do I get n? N, I get it from here. 4 plus 3, 7 plus 8, 15 plus 9, 24 plus 6 is 30. So this is your capital N, which is 30. Okay, 30, 104, 30, then TH. So means the 7.5 observation. So how do I get 7.5? First to fourth, then fifth to seventh, then it's 7.5. How do I do it? So this is 8 to 15. 7.5 means somewhere between these two. So I take 3 plus 8 divided by 2. No. You take 1 plus 2 divided by 2. Okay, in the middle. So it's 1.5. Be careful. You are looking at x, not looking at the frequency. Right, let's move on to the next one. Q3, 304, you get 22nd.5. Okay, this is 16 to 24th. Okay, so there's no problem. I directly take this value. Okay, 3, and I put it here, 3. Okay, that's simple, right? Okay, it's only this one where it's somewhere in between. Okay, and remember what I said last time? You can use cumulative frequency to write down like 4, 7, 15, then 24, and 30. So you see, I want 7.5. 7.5 is where? It's somewhere here. Okay, so it's up to here, somewhere between. Okay, 7 is up to here, but 7.5 is like over this one, but not really over to this side. Okay, so you gotta see what's happening here. Okay, so can do some revision on the previous videos. Okay, all right. Next, what do you want to find? IQR, short form, interquartile range. So Q3 minus Q1, so you will get 1.5. Okay, easy. Okay, no problem. Move on. Okay, so now it's about variance and standard deviation. You listen to this word, and you hear this word, you know it's very difficult already. Okay, first of all, you are given like, okay, I just give you like small stuff, like four data points. Okay, find the variance and standard deviation. Okay, variance is denoted by sigma square. The standard deviation is just square root of variance, which is just sigma. Okay, you read this as sigma, S-I-G-M-A. Okay, sigma. Okay, variance sigma square is equal to summation of x squared. What is x squared? This x is what? The values of the observation. Okay, so 1, 1, 2, 5, 7. So those are the x. Okay, so you're gonna square it and add them up. Okay, then divided by the total observation, total frequency. Okay, total number of observations. Then minus what is x bar here? X bar means mean. Okay, how do you find mean? For ungrouped data, then you add them up, then divide by the total frequency. That's it. Okay, for ungrouped with frequency table, you have to use the summation fx divided by summation of f. Okay, we will talk about that one later. So now, how do you find mean? Is that just add them up and divide by 4. Okay, so that's a simple one. If you found this one, then these are nonsense. You just get this value. Let's say this value is 100, then this value will be 10. Just square root of 100 will be 10. Okay, so the main point is you know how to find variance, then you are done. Okay, let's start on doing this. How to find x bar? If you don't know, I'll cane you. Okay, rotan you. Okay, so you get 4. Next, sigma square is the thing that you want to find. Okay, so this one, sum of x squared. This is your x, this is your x, this is your x, this is your x. So you're going to have 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square plus 7 square divided by total number here of observations. So that's 4 here. Okay, and x bar, it's based on here. Okay, 4. So meaning that what? When you want to find variance, you need to find mean first. You need to find mean first. Then you sum all the square divided by total observation, then minus the mean square. Okay, formula is given in your exam, so don't have to be worried, but you need to know what it means. Okay, it won't tell you so clearly. You need to do first, then before exam, like 3 or 4 weeks, like I said, then you do some revision on this one, then you'll be able to do it. Okay, next. Easy, I get 702. Just that I need to punch calculator a lot of times to get the value. Okay, right. Then this is number of data, and this is mean. Okay, if I want to find sigma, what do I do? I take a square root, then I'm done. That's sigma squared, this is sigma. So I'll get sigma, square root of sigma, square root of 7/2, and you may leave it in this way or leave it in this way. Okay, depends on how many decimal places that your examiner wants you to do. Leave it. Okay, no problem. This is the main formula. Variance. and standard deviation is just the square of this. Okay, next. Now, ungroup with frequency table, and you want to find variance and standard deviation. Okay, so what we do here, this is your x, this is your f. Just remember what I said, okay? And this is the formula for mean. Like I said, summation f(x), right? Okay, not function fx. Is f is frequency dot the value x divided by sum of frequency, which means that sum of all this. Okay, what's x bar? X bar, easy. I just multiply, divide by the total frequency. So I'll get this divided by 43896. Add them up. Get 703. Looks like the same. Yes. Okay, next. I want to find variance. Okay, just remember what did you get just now. Okay, maybe you can just write it somewhere. Okay, then sigma squared, follow the formula. Now it's f, means one of this multiplied by x squared, this thing squared. Okay, so 4 times 0 squared, 3 times 1 squared, 8 times 2 squared, plus 9 times 3 squared, plus 6 times 4 squared. Okay, then you get the top part. Okay, divided by f. Wait, this is sum of f. Okay, sum of f. All right, then minus this one. All right, then what do you get? You get this one. I'm correct, right? Sum of f. Okay, the sum of all of this: 4, 3, 7, 8, 15, 24, 30. This was the example that we did just now. 30. So we divide by 30. The sum of f. Okay, remember about this one? Okay. Okay, so I have to minus just now what we get. We get mean is 703. So now we got to minus the mean squared. So our answer will be 733 over 45. And how do you find standard deviation? It's just the square root of this. Okay, so I show it here. Standard deviation. Okay, this one also wrong. Okay, summation. Then this one. So you get square root of this. Okay, no problem. Okay, let's move on. Okay, ungroup with frequency table. So it's your time to do it. Okay, it's your time to do it. Let's pause the video and try this yourself. Alright, I'm going to solve it now. So we're going to find mean first. Okay, so what do you do? Mean is sum of fx. Multiply, then divide by the total. Okay, so total will be 11, 19, 25, 31, 35. So 35 in total. Okay, so it's this thing. This one adds up to be 35. Then it's 124 divided by 35. Okay, now your answer on one side. Then we move on to talk about variance. So for variance, still remember the formula? Want to try to memorize it yourself? Okay, it's summation f dot x squared multiplied by x squared. Okay, then okay, that's on top. Then divided by summation of f, then minus x bar, the whole thing squared. Okay, just check whether it's correct or not. I didn't cheat, right? You see? I can do it. You can do it also. Okay, I have a short-term memory. Okay, so yeah, I got this one. So what I do? This one multiplied by this thing squared. This is your f, and this is your x. F means frequency, x means your data value. So you multiply by square. Okay, divided by the total frequency and minus the mean here. Okay, no problem. Then press in your calculator and get a digit. Okay, get a number. Preferably at least 4 decimal places. I mean 4 decimal places. I shouldn't say at least because you'll be writing the whole thing there. Alright, next. I want to find standard deviation. Easy. Just now I just take no this nonsense. I don't care about this one, right? I just take don't care about this one. Just pretend to write only. Okay, so sigma is just square root of the things that you found just now. Okay, these are just for fun. Okay, not needed. Alright, so you're well prepared for this one, right? We will move on to the next one. I'll see you then. Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to continue on measures of dispersion. Okay, it's on group data now. Okay, let's start it. Formula again. Okay, so range is the highest midpoint minus the lowest midpoint. So midpoint is what? Midpoint is the difference between the class boundary divided by 2. So the middle point. Okay, so now we have a cumulative frequency value against upper class boundary. Okay, then you draw ogive. Okay, still remember this? O-G-I-V-E, ogive. Okay, so we draw a smooth curve, not something like a straight line, so that you have a sharp angle. Okay, so now we have n here, which is the total number of observation, and Q1 is given by this. So this formula looks exactly the same as your previous disgusting formula for median. Okay, so everything is the same except this one and the respective things. It was F2, L2 and all and so on. Okay, and this one, instead of 1 over 2, it's 1 over 4 now, because it's a first quartile. What does first quartile means? The 1/4 value, right? Okay, so median means the middle value means 1 over 2, right? So now it's a first quartile, so it's 1 over 4. Okay, graphically we can see that 1 over 4, n is here. So if we use the same way as how we find, how we estimate the median from here, then we get this one. It's the same here. Then this will be your Q1. Okay, so this will be your Q1. Then second, you got n over 2. This is your median when you map it back here on the x-axis. Okay, your upper class boundary. Okay, next, Q3 is given by this formula, and it's here 3 over 4, right? Okay, it's the third quarter. Okay, so you map it here, put it back, then you get your Q3 over here. Right, last thing here, IQR, interquartile range. So it will be Q3 minus Q1. Okay, this one you should be very familiar. Okay, formula. So these are the main things here. Mean, this one you have done it before, but it's a little bit different here. Okay, these are all the same, except this x here is now midpoint. X is midpoint. Okay, so f is frequency as usual, and all of this, the x all mean midpoint. Okay, class midpoint. All right, no problem. Let's move on to see an example. Okay, so you are given this marks and frequency table. Okay, so find range Q1, Q3, and IQR. So what we need to do now, when we see group data, okay, we need to have a cumulative frequency to help us work easily. Okay, next, it's better or advisable for you to write this down. Okay, but if you don't, you just remember the upper boundary is 35.5 and 30.5 is the lower boundary for this class and so on. Okay, so you just remember that. Okay, yep, so we get this one. Even if you want to take this one minus this one divided by 2 is fine also. That's a class midpoint. Okay, but then I'll just write this one, okay, for the correct one. Okay, so Q1, then we find out what's the midpoint here. So it's upper boundary minus lower boundary divided by 2. Okay, but the value will be the same. So I think you are allowed to directly write down what's midpoint. It's very obvious. So your examiner has no problem with that without working. Okay, it's fine. Just write down this one. Okay, just if you are afraid you will get deducted mark, just write this one instead of writing 35.5 minus 30.5 divided by 2, or even 35 minus 31 divided by 2. All right, so we can start now. So in order to find range, what we do, it's the highest midpoint, which is this one, 53. Okay, minus the lowest midpoint, which is 33. Okay, so answer will be 20. That's the easiest one. Okay, let's move on to the next. So here we want to find first quartile now. So first quartile is the 1/4 of the total observation. So it occurs at 12.5th data point, which is where? Here. Okay, it appears here. All right, so what we're gonna do now is to write down this formula, and then, okay, let me explain one by one for you. Okay, what is L1? L1 means this class, okay, I want the lower class boundary, okay, which is this one, okay, 35.5, which is this one, okay. Then what's 104n? This is the thing that you have found just now. What's n? You look at the last one. Okay, last one of the cumulative frequency. Okay, next. What is capital F of 1? Whenever it's capital F, it is cumulative frequency. Okay, then what is F1? Is it 16? No, this F1 means the cumulative frequency before this class. So it's 7. So it's 7. Okay, right. Then lowercase f means frequency. Frequency of what? Of this class. What's the frequency of this class? It's 9. Okay, frequency of this class is 9. Okay, this class 9. Okay, not cumulative frequency, but frequency. Okay, so multiply by 5. What's 5? 5 means this one, upper class boundary minus lower class boundary. So that's 5. Okay, so you get this, and your answer will be 347 divided by 9. Okay, not very difficult, right? Okay, I guess you can do the same for third quartile, which is 3 over 4. Then this one follow the same, and all this change to F3. Okay, you know what that means. Okay, let's do it. Let's find Q3. So 3 over 4 of n, 3 over 4 of n, it will be 37.5. So it will be here. Okay, so you just highlight it in your exam. Like, okay, this one is the one which third quartile is located. So then you write down the formula. The formula is kind of given in the exam, but the problem is that, do you know how to identify these things or not? Okay, so L3 will be 45.5 lower class boundary plus this one is given here. It's given here 37.5. Okay, that one you get it. Minus 29. 29 means before, so it's 29 here. Okay, then divided by frequency. Frequency is this class frequency, so it's 11 multiplied by the length, I mean the distance here from the upper class boundary to lower class boundary. Okay, this one minus this one. Okay, so it's 5. Okay, so just be careful here. If you take 50 minus 46, you get a different answer, right? So you get 4. So it's not true. So you have to take upper class boundary minus lower class boundary in order to get the correct answer. Okay, I guess you are smart enough. So you get 543 divided by 11. Alright, let's move on to the next one. IQR. IQR is very simple. The things that we found just now, we just subtract them. Okay, then we get this answer. So if you get the first two correct, then this one definitely will get correct, right? Okay, that's too simple. Okay, find mean, variance, and standard deviation. This is something that you are afraid of, maybe. Mean, okay? Mean formula is this, and x is, what is x? Midpoint. Okay, so now, let's do it. Mean x is equal to, you take midpoint multiplied by frequency. Midpoint multiplied by frequency, midpoint, frequency, midpoint, frequency, everything, you add them up on top. Okay, then I get this thing over here. You just plug into your calculator. Okay, what is the one below? This thing add up to be equals to total number of observations. Okay, or total frequency. Okay, so that one will be 50. So this one is just adding all of this up, which is the last one of this. Okay, just remember this. Okay, get the answer. 2190 divided by 50, and I didn't simplify, okay, so it's fine. You do it yourself, okay, for the simplification. Okay, next. We shall find variance. It looks very scary here. Okay, so again, nothing special here except we have this x squared over here. Okay, x squared is our midpoint x. Then you just square it. Then this x bar means what? Means mean. Okay, mean. Okay, then this one bottom again, don't have this one. Okay, we supposed to have summation. Okay, just remember we have summation over here. Okay, then variance is given by, okay, first of all, which one square? Midpoint square, right? X square. Okay, midpoint square. So 7 multiplied by 33 square, 9 multiplied by 38 square. Then you add them up. Okay, all of them, like 10 multiplied by 53 square. Okay, divided by the same thing, total frequency, which is 50. Okay, so here it's the same. Denominator will be the same. After that, we get a minus the mean square. The mean square, the one that we found just now, meaning that if you found the mean wrongly in the previous question, this question you cannot do. You will get a wrong answer. Okay, but nevertheless, if in exam you really like mistakenly found it wrongly, you still write down the steps properly, you still get marks for that. Okay, at least you write down this all nicely, then minus the wrong number, you still get something okay with the steps. Okay, just write down the steps properly. So the answer for this one will be 1084 divided by 25. Okay, no problem. Okay, one more. Okay, next we move on to standard deviation. Standard deviation formula is square root of sigma. This inside is sigma, and this one there's a summation. Forgot to write that. Okay, there's a typo. All right. So now standard deviation sigma is equals to that's long. No, you're not gonna do this. You're gonna take the previous answer and just take the square root, and that's your answer. Okay. Sorry, this is your answer. Okay, that's it. Okay, nothing else. That's it. Okay, so now let's look at something like this. A graph paper, you're afraid of this. Okay, you got marks, frequency, then we want to find Q1, Q2, Q3 using ogive. Okay, so these two parts are not given. It's not given. Okay, so you are only having Q1, Q2, Q3. You want to find this one and these two columns. Just now we did the same question and we constructed these two, so I put this here. Okay, so using ogive, so what you should do if you want to find Q1, Q2, Q3, remember what we did just now or last time? We talked about median. Q2 means median. Okay, so we take n divided by 2, then draw a line and search it back. What's the x values? Okay, so now we draw an axis. Remember what is this? Upper boundary. What's that one? The y-axis is cumulative frequency. These are very important. If you forgot about these two, then there's no way that you can continue already. Okay, there's no way that you can continue. Okay, you must know this. Okay, then what we do here, we just plot this, the points here. We just plot all the values there, the boundaries here, 30.5, 35.5. And what I meant is actually the upper boundary, which is here. Okay, which is here. Okay, but why did I draw 30.5? Because it's the first one. Okay, first one. So I gotta assume that there's some beginning, right? Okay, then the upper is this one. Okay, so we start to plot points. This one we start from 0, correct? This one we start from 0. Okay, so it's initial, so I put it there. Okay, the next. I got this one. Okay, if you forgot, then you see, if you forgot, then you won't start from 0, right? Okay, you start from here. You start from somewhere up top. Okay, so it doesn't make sense. So you gotta start from the beginning, 0, move up, and so on. Okay, I continue to plot the point, 40.5 with respect to this, which is what is this? 40. Okay, 40.5. Is it 40? I saw it wrongly. Okay, it's 16. So this value corresponds to 16 over here. Then continue to look at it, 45.5. Then you look at it as 29. Then next one, 50.5. This one is what? 40. Yeah, okay, so just follow. Then next one, 55.5. Then it'll give you the full one, okay, 50. Okay, now what I do when I draw an ogive? I join them together and make sure it's not a straight line. Okay, it's not straight line, straight line, straight line. So you will have like corner. Okay, you don't want that. You want a smooth one. Okay, then what we do now? We're going to find which one first? Q1 first. 12.5. Okay, how do I get 12.5? 12.5 there. I take 50 divided by 4. So 50 divided by 4, or I just write 104 times 50. This is 12.5. So this is a Q1. Okay, so I join it back, then I get Q1 here. Then I estimate. Okay, so I get this one, is equals to 39. Okay, so estimate, view from the graph. So the answer won't be too far away from your friend. Okay, if you draw it more accurately. Okay, next Q2. Moving down, Q2 is here, and look at the graph, and it's about like 44, somewhat like this. Okay, then if I draw again, 37.5, draw it down, I get somewhat like 49. Okay, so remember how you get this? 37.5, it is 3 over 4 multiplied by 50. Q3 is 3 over 4 multiplied by 50, which gives me 37.5. Okay, so I go look at the value, search it back for the x values. That's how I find it. Okay, I think you shouldn't have any problem with this one, right? Okay, but you have to just make sure you know how to plot the axis. And axis, what's the thing on the axis? It's upper boundary and also cumulative frequency. Okay, and then it's fine. It's easy. Okay, as long as you know how to draw the ogive, then search it back wouldn't be hard. Okay, scale it properly. Okay, let's move on to the next one. We have a second example. It's exactly the same. So our tradition. So pause the video and do it. Okay, so I'll solve it when you unpause it. All right, so let's do this. We do cumulative frequency and we do class interval. What's the last one? Midpoint. Yes, midpoint. Okay, so next range is just 44.5 minus 5.5. First one minus last one. Okay, no problem. Too fast. 44.5 minus 4.5 is this thing. Next, I want to find Q1, right? I want to find Q1. So I look at this one, okay? This is 7.5. So it falls into here because this is until 5 only. So the 7 should be fall here, right? Because it's less than this number, but bigger than this number, so it's here, okay? Then I have that disgusting formula, but it's not disgusting anymore because you know how to do it already. 19.5, lower class boundary, 7.5 is this 7.5, okay? 7.5, then minus 5, what is 5 here? Cumulative frequency before that class, okay? Divided by frequency of this class, so it's 12. Then what is this? Upper class boundary minus lower class boundary. Okay, not this one minus this one. That's 9. This is 10. Okay, just remember this is 10. This one based on this one. Okay, then answer is this. Good. Second one, don't have to explain too much. 3 over 4, third quarter. So it's 22.5. So it's over this one already. So we do this one. 39.5, 22.5. You can see why it's 22.5, right? 22.5 minus 22 before, then 8 here, then multiplied by 10 here minus here. Answer. One more time. Answer. Okay, got it? All right. Next, IQR, the answers that you got just now, then minus them. You get this answer? Okay, mean, variance, standard deviation. Mean is ding, ding. This one, correct formula, no problem. So you take frequency, midpoint, plus them up and divide by the total, which is 30, cumulative frequency, last one, and the answer will be 175 over 8. Next one, ta-ding, ta-ding, wrong formula, summation, okay. So frequency, midpoint square, frequency, midpoint square, add them up, then divide by 30, answer, this thing, minus, remember minus the mean square, the one that you found just now, then 1244 divided by 9. Okay, variance, standard deviation. This is simple, okay? So again, there's a summation here, but we don't care because inside is just sigma square, your standard deviation, the things that you found just now. So you're not going to write this, you're just going to write square root of the answers of just now, okay? All right. let's look at the next. Okay, what does it mean by measures of dispersion? We have been talking about this one, but we do not know what does it mean. Okay, now let's explore. Let's talk about football team A and team B. Okay, we do some things here. We are given data like this one. Okay, 6 goals, 5 goals, no goals, 2 goals, 2 goals. This one 3, 3, 2, 4, 3 goals. Okay, then the mean will be easy. We do it like normal. This is ungroup data, because not group, right? Okay, so easy. So we just look at it as the word. What does it mean by measures of dispersion? Okay, you got this one? Same. We have the same mean. Means on average, they both score 3 goals. Okay, variance. Then you remember the variance formula? Okay, just square, then divide by the total number. Okay, minus the mean square. Okay, then what else? Here, same thing. So you get one is 205, one is 2405. Okay, then standard deviation, square root of that, square root of this. Okay, alright, so let's analyze this. Okay, we have this data. I put it on one side. Then, now the question is, which team to choose to participate in the national tournament? Oh, the answer is pop up. I don't know why, but maybe you do something about it. Okay, so why is it team B? Can you tell me? Why is it team B instead of team A? Okay, so you have the same mean, 3 goals. They score 3 goals on average. But what is the difference is this thing, okay? Standard deviation. And okay, if you talk about standard deviation, it's the same as talking about variance. So any of this. Okay, which one is smaller? Which one is smaller? Smaller is this one, right? Okay, press your calculator and no, don't even need to press, okay? 24 divided by 5 and 2 divided by 5. Of course, this one is smaller, right? Okay, so why do you want to choose something with a lower standard deviation? Because it fluctuates away from the mean, smaller, okay, smaller. Just like a stock price, if you say the standard deviation is big, means that today is like $1, tomorrow is like $10, then the day after tomorrow is like $3 and so on. So it fluctuates a lot. So that's not good, right? Okay, depends on how you do. Okay, but in this situation, it's not good, right? If you fluctuate a lot, your performance fluctuates. So it's not consistent. That's why. So because the same mean, but the standard deviation is lower. Okay, meaning they perform more consistently. Okay, so this is very important. Maybe after you calculated the variance and also standard deviation, they'll ask you this question to compare, just like a real life application. So you have to explain this one. So we have a summary here. Okay, so variance of standard deviation, you can explain variance of standard deviation, they are lower. Okay, now the more consistent. Okay, so now we have variance which is low, then meaning that it is more consistent. Okay, just remember this one. Low is good. Okay, variance. Mean, high is good. Okay, so for this situation. Okay, I'll see you. So you're done for this chapter and you're happy, right? Not really. You still have one more. Okay, all right, see you.